Hi everybody, it is circle flip and drag time. So I posted on Acrylics Pouring website on Facebook yesterday about my paintings without Floetrol. And this is that painting. I also, after thinking about it, I think the paint was, like lately I've been doing thicker paint for some reason. This was back to my old school runny paint. And I think that also helped because I've always had better luck with really runny paint. It dried beautifully, and I can tell it was thin paint because it is less than 24 hours and it is dry, totally dry. So that's how you can tell that it was thinner paint. Ooh, as I'm looking in here, I see all sorts of stuff. So there's that one. And the video before it, I did with the blue, and this was, well, I can't remember. Whatever I ended up with in that video. But this one's dry as well from yesterday. And this one is gorgeous. It looks like the ocean just splashed up. I think these two are amazing. And oftentimes, well, you guys know I do pours and I'm like, I hate it, this sucks, I can't get this painting right. But those two, I think, are one of my best. I love them. And I don't say that about all my paintings, that's for sure. But I really, the blue, but they're just both so neat. Fire and ice, the red and the blue. They look great together. I will show here. They look really neat together. Well, now they're not going the same way. There. They're just pretty nifty. And they're little. They're 8x8. So I'll give those a week or so and then I'll varnish them. Ow! Oh my gosh. I just stepped on. And all it was a little piece of dried paint, but right in the toe. But it's not a video of mine if I'm not stepping on something. I organized a little bit down here. I broke down, I keep taking boxes from work and other places thinking that I'm going to need them, but I'm not doing any more shows, until probably next summer, so I don't need boxes anymore. So I need to stop bringing them home. So I broke down a giant one. Actually, that giant one I came with, my comforter came in, so that's how big it was. This, I'm just rubbing alcohol on this right now because as I set it down here, there's a haze of paint that I need to scrub off of here. It's not that bad, but I don't want, sometimes just that little bit of paint will peel up. It's usually a tiny thing like this. You'll just start getting little goobers. And I'm just using alcohol because that's all I've got down here. I don't have any water. Well, I mean, I have got, I'm just going to pour it on here. These are those $3 rounds from Target that I think I ended up, they were 50% off, so $1.50. But I've gone to all the Targets and I can't find them anymore. And those flat ones, the bigger ones, that were in the $3 section for Christmas, they're Christmas chargers, because I see the little sticker that says Christmas chargers and an empty, sad, empty space. And that dollar stuff is, is not on like they're online. If any of you, it smells like a freaking hospital in here now. I hate the smell of that alcohol. So I'm going to be using Liquitex Primary Yellow, Grumbacher Cadmium Orange Hue, Artist Loft Aqua Green, and Liquitex Basic Brilliant Yellow Green. These all have Floetrol and water. I will show you this because I've got a big batch mixed up. So until I go through that batch, I will probably not be doing any more experiments, but I'll go through that batch pretty fast. But I'm thinking of starting to just use a touch of silicone. Like maybe even, remember how I used to spritz it in the bottom of the flip cup? So I'm thinking, and normally, you know, I don't stir in the flip cup, but I'm thinking I'm going to leave all of those unsiliconed. And when I do a flip cup, put 1 drop of treadmill silicone and just a quick roundabout with a popsicle stick. So that will be using, because let's say I'm using 4 colors, that will be 1/4 of the silicone I normally use. And I think that will calm down some of the issues I've been having. Like when I do a pour and there's just so much color and cells everywhere. So using less silicone will calm down. These, I don't know why I'm showing you these, but these are 200 count gloves. I love these gloves, and I just ordered more from Amazon, so they're 200, and I think they were $14, where like at Walmart the cheapest is 100 pack for, I want to say $8 or $9. So those are cheaper on Amazon, and they're purple, so I liked them. They had 100 pack for the same price, mind you. They had 100 pack of pink ones. But I wasn't going to pay twice the money just to have pink gloves, although it did cross my mind. So at work we've got black ones, and they look pretty cool. Looks like, so if I wore black, I would kind of look like a tattoo artist with acrylics. Just saying. I love those black gloves. I could never be a tattoo artist. Well, A, I can't draw. And B, I don't really have a steady hand. I mean, I don't know how those tattoo artists do it for like hours, you know. That concentration is insane. All right. So back to painting. A little bit here. A little bit here. My dad still doesn't know about one. He hates tattoos. He obviously knows about the back one because it's giant. But yeah, it's funny at my age. I'm still like, I can't tell Dad. Okay. So I've got those in there. My son hates tattoos also, with a passion. Hates them. It's interesting. My husband is neutral. My son hates them. My daughter loves them. And mine all have a meaning to them. But I don't want more. But I do like them. They tell a story. Like living art. I didn't bother taping up the back just because it was so much. It's hard to tape a circle, you know? That was a big globber. So now that I'm trying to keep skins, I've been putting this freezer paper shiny side up in here, which normally I was putting shiny side down, and now I know why I was doing that, because it the other side will stick. So I've got, because I had paint and then I stuck paper down on top of the paint, and instead of lifting up like the shiny side would, the dull side just sticks to it and the paper separates. And, I mean, these old trays are pretty much a lost cause, but I suppose until they get so, see, the end of this got paint, so now I can't tear it off right. I suppose until it gets so filled with paint that it's like up to here, I don't need to worry about it. Where is my flip cup? Ah, there it is. So I'm gonna give it a quick stir. Ooh, such pretty colors. Very summery. Just in time for winter. I thought it was so nice today. In actuality, it was like 40 something with real feel of 38, but I thought it was so nice, and so I took the dog. I'm so glad I brought gloves though, because it got cold. Yeah, see, if I had less silicone, this wouldn't, like, it gets too almost thick, like. I'm not really sure I like these colors. Although, a lot of people have bright, sunny yellow kitchens. At least I've known quite a few that do. So people may, that may be a selling point on this one. When we moved in, I painted my kitchen, I think 4 times now, but it was yellow one of those times. It was yellow, and I've had purple, and I've had tan, and now I have like a blue-gray. I guess, is that 4? Purple, yellow, tan, yeah, 4. I'll never forget, I thought I was doing the hallway a nice green, and it was this color, which is horrible for an entryway. Oh my gosh, it was really bad. So I'm not loving this so far. So far my favorite part is this part right there. I was looking at camcorders again on Amazon because I was watching one of my videos, and now with the heater on, when the heater kicks on, it's really loud and it's hard to hear me. And I have there's no audio jack on my camera. So people have suggested like a lavalier microphone, I think they're called, but there's nothing to plug it into. I'd like to start using the iPad, but my husband won't let me. Probably because, I mean, this camera, last night I even got some white paint near the lens, so I can see why he doesn't want me using it, because I will probably ruin it. some of those camcorders with microphones are fairly inexpensive. They're like $100. But the few I was looking at, there's the Amazon reviews. Okay, go away. I don't like that. There were Amazon reviews, but when I Googled like the brand to find other reviews, I couldn't find anything for any of them. So I don't know if they're just like weird off-brands. I'd never heard of any of them, but that doesn't mean anything. I think I'm just making this worse. I really don't like this. Not at all. Maybe if I just tilt it some more. Ugh. I don't like it. I'm really having trouble with this particular one. This tray has been poured, I want to say 5 times. We're gonna mallet it this time because it's been poured so many times. I'm just gonna beat it. Because that's the only thing I haven't done yet is the mallet. I've done numerous flip and drags. I've done just a dirty pour. I've swiped. I'm not even showing that video because it's like, it's just insane. Alrighty. I like this circle, but I think there's, no pun intended, a learning curve. But that was kind of funny. A learning curve, get it? Because it's round. Alright. It really does look like a summer day, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. I forgot that hitting wood is different than a canvas. Oh my gosh, and that was lighter than I hit my canvases. I'm so glad I didn't go full force. Oh my gosh, I am picturing, I'm looking at the lens right now. Hey, I don't think there's any on you. Oh my goodness. The leg of that couch that sits next to me, that poor sad leg. I don't think that couch is ever coming back up though. We got it stuck when we tried to get it down here. We didn't take the legs off and we got stuck on the stairwell, and my husband was behind it and my son and I were upstairs. And we pretty much just told my husband that, you know, we love you, we wish you well, but we're pretty sure you're gonna die down there. Needless to say, we pushed that sucker down, but it was not easy. So Unless we cut it in half, I don't think it's ever coming back out of this basement. I was hoping that these would pop up on their own, like where I hit it. They don't seem to be. This is the most summery painting I've ever done. Wow, you could see those huge air bubbles pop. Those are some big air bubbles. And looks like silicone must have hit that spot. Glad I cut it now. I am gonna just help it along here. There's some interesting patterns that happened. This here is weird. Look at this, where it's orange and then it's just outlined in the green. That's kind of cool. So I will zoom you in. I'm really liking the hammer smash on the wood. Plus, it's really fun to do. Summer, summer, summertime. Oh my goodness, I did not mean to zoom up. So there you go, my summer mallet smash. So like the video, subscribe, it'd make me so happy, and I will catch you next time. Bye.